Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Anyanaya Muse, and I'm the founder and chief visionary officer for S.A.V.A. Inc. So, what is S.A.V.A.? S.A.V.A. is a nonprofit organization that was created in 2006 by myself with the help of a few of my friends to focus on educational disparities for students in low-income communities. I did a project working with the Institute of Civic Leadership at Mills College in Oakland, California, and while working on that project, what I discovered was not only the impact, negative impact of students not having access to the type of skill sets that were really truly going to prepare them for post-secondary education, but also for things like vocational training. We talk a lot about degrees and people being able to thrive in that way, but there were also students who are failing miserably, who can't get jobs in this market, in our economy, where they may not want to have a degree. They may want to do vocational training. And we wanted to make sure that we were serving students from not only low-income communities, but communities that traditionally lack the type of ed and academic supports that these students needed. So what does S.A.V.A. stand for? So S.A.V.A. is S-A-V-A, and it stands for Self-Investment, Advocacy, Vision, and Action. So the self-investment piece is really what it says it is. It's about asking students to learn how to invest in themselves before asking anybody else to do it. You'll have students that come to you who say they really need help, they really want to go to college, or they really want to get a trade and they want to move their lives forward, but oftentimes they lack the type of gumption and stick-to-itiveness that they need to get through. That's a learned skill. It's not something that everybody just wakes up with, and drive is great, but sometimes you need to really learn who you are and learn how to invest in yourself. So that's one of the things that we teach. I'm going to take the time to dedicate to myself and invest in myself so that I can have the type of future that I dream of. And then the second piece is advocacy. This is hugely important. So it's great to have people speak up for you. I love and I'm passionate about every student that I work with, but it's really important for me to know that they love and respect themselves enough to continue to learn and champion for themselves. I can't always be here. The staff can't always be here. And really it is about you being able to go into a situation and speak for yourself and say why you deserve the opportunity, why it's important that you get the resources that you need, and how to move forward in doing that. And for you to be able to convey that yourself and advocate for yourself is hugely important. So that's the advocacy piece. And so the next piece of S.A.V.A. is vision. This is really important to us. So we know that not everybody has the same belief system, not everybody is working from the same assumptions, but vision is very important. Where you see yourself going, how you see yourself, and learning to cultivate that process in a way that works best for you is so important. So one of the things that we talk about a lot at S.A.V.A. is setting the vision for your life, for your career, for your future. And in doing that, once you've kind of set the vision, you have a template to work off of. You know where you want to go. One thing that we're always saying to the students is, look, that vision may expand. You may start saying that you want to do one thing and find yourself in a whole nother place. Or it may contract. You may start with a huge vision for something and realize that you need to scale it back in order to meet you where you are right now. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means that you're learning to develop yourself in a way through your vision that takes you incrementally to where you want to go. And so the last piece of S.A.V.A., which is really important as well, is action. We can dream, we can self-invest, we can envision, and we can advocate, but if we do not put into action the skill sets that we're learning, the things that we need to do, then what we're going to find ourselves doing is never moving forward. Everything will just be a dream. So part of the reason that I started this project and decided to develop it into an actual organization is because I was a high school dropout. I hated school. It was abysmal for me. But I learned so much about myself in the process of getting my GED because I had to learn how to self-invest. I had to learn how to advocate for myself. I had to set a vision, and I had to do more than talk about those three things. I had to put everything into action. So what I decided to do with S.A.V.A. was say, if I can do this, truly other people can. And not just to make it cliche or to just say it because it sounds good, but to really show people this is how you take the steps to begin to move forward. And these are some of the things that you're going to run up against. And these are some of the things that don't happen when you're in a traditional school setting. And here are some of the things that do happen. So rather than trying to become another charter school or become a school itself, S.A.V.A wants to go into school systems, in the systems that already exist, and support teachers and support administrators who are doing the work, and help the students to become a part of that, and help families to become a part of that in a more meaningful way. So we open up dialogue. We talk about the really hard things about education. We talk about disparities. We talk about racism. We talk about lack. But we do more than talk about it. We ask students to act on the changes that they need to see happening. Understanding that, yes, your parents need to be involved in your education. And yes, you need good teachers. But you also have to be an avid learner. You have to have the ability to say, no matter how difficult something is, that you're going to press through it. For me, it was math. I hated math. It was not a good thing for me. But in order to get to a point where I could get an A in econ, I had to push through. It was part of college, couldn't avoid it, needed it. So there are things that will come up. There are things that will challenge the students. There are things that will definitely, in their personal lives and in their academic lives, be discouraging. And what S.A.V.A is here to do is to create workshops and curriculum and outlets for you to continue to press through and persevere. It really is possible. If I can go from a GED to working towards a PhD, then absolutely you can do it. I worked for an organization once before, and the director of the organization used to say that education was like the gateway to everything else that you wanted to do. So we define education differently. We're not talking about just traditional K through 12 work. While that's important, we're also looking at innovative and creative ways to inspire children, young adults, and resuming students to go back to school, to get it together, and to really pull themselves up and want to pull themselves out of the situations that they're in. Education is such an amazing opportunity for your life to change. The things that you learn, the people that you encounter, the resources that come your way as a result of committing yourself and dedicating yourself to you is just amazing. So what we're doing is launching an Indiegogo campaign. We are seeking to raise $10,000 initially. And this is an initial start for an organization that has been doing this work for free since 2006. We're doing this because we believe in the work. We believe in the people that we work with. And we are so excited about all of the students who are excited about S.A.V.A. The phone calls that we get, the requests for information, helping people fill out things like financial aid forms, or crafting an amazing response to a letter that someone writes them about why they can't do something. And watching people grow and thrive in that, it's amazing. We love the work that we do. We hope that you join our Indiegogo campaign and support us, and we look forward to every donation and every bit of support that you offer. If you're interested in S.A.V.A and want to know more, go to www.savarising.com. That's www.SAVARISING.com. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you join our campaign and spread the word. S.A.V.A's rising.